There are lots of dinosaur mods that exist in the Minecraft community. Last time I did something like this, I made a tier list on these mods, purely based on the Spinosaurus, which did really well.
We're doing a sequel. We're back by popular demand.
However, that will not be today's dinosaur. Today's dinosaur will be the Triceratops, since last time I said, like and subscribe and I'll do the Triceratops next, bye! So today, I will be ranking the dinosaur mods again with the pure focus of the Triceratops. If a dinosaur mod does not have a Triceratops, then it will instantly go into F tier, as a disgrace to all other dinosaur mods above it. So let's get into it. Okay, so this is the mod list that we will be using for today. And this is the tier list. As you can see, it's all the same mods. Just this time, we're going to be doing Triceratops. Okay, so we are in the first mod pack. Now, as you can see, if I type in Triceratops, or try in this case, you can see there is no Triceratops spawn egg, which means this mod is going to have to go into F tier. Okay, so we are in the second mod pack called Minejurassic. Now, if we go into our menu and type in Triceratops, as you can see, this mod has a lot of Triceratops items. As you can see, we have all of these spawn eggs, so we will be testing them all out. So the first one is just a regular egg. Not much to say about this one. Next up is the thing that we're actually looking for, the Triceratops. Now, this looks pretty good as far as Triceratops go. As you can see, this next one is just a different variant, but it still looks very good. The next one is just another egg. The one after that is another variant. So this mod does have a lot of variants. And lastly, just another egg. So in total, this mod has 3 spawn eggs, which means that it has a lot of variation. Okay, so once again, like last time, we have the measuring. So as you can see by this image that I'm putting on screen now, the Triceratops is roughly 8 meters long and roughly 3 meters tall. So in game, this would translate to 8 blocks long and 3 blocks tall. So let's see how they stack up. So as you can see, the length is pretty bang on. And so is the height, meaning that this dinosaur mod is pretty accurate. Overall, I'm going to give this one an S tier. Now, I may switch them around as the video goes on, but we'll have to see. Okay, so the next mod is called Prehistoric Nature. However, if we have a look, unfortunately, there is no Triceratops spawn egg, which means it is not in this mod pack and it has to go in F tier. Okay, so our next mod pack is called Meziccraft 8. Now, if we have a look in here and we search up Triceratops, as you can see, there is a Triceratops. But not only that, there is also a tamed Triceratops. So let's spawn them in. As you can see, it looks pretty cool. However, I will say the texturing may not be as good as the last one. However, the last one was very good. Additionally, we also have the tamed Triceratops, which you can ride, which is pretty fun. So let's move on to measuring them. Okay, so once again, we have made a little ruler. So if we spawn in the Triceratops here, as you can see, it's roughly around the same length. However, if you see here, it is just a bit over the average 3 meters, which means that it is not fully accurate. However, it is pretty close, so I will give it that. Now, unfortunately, there are no other Triceratops items or blocks, which means I am going to have to deduct points from its total score. Overall, since you can ride it, that does bump it up. However, it doesn't add much in terms of Triceratops. So I will give this one a high B. Okay, so we are in the next mod called De-Extinction. Right, mate? Yeah, see you around. Anyway, as you can see, there is unfortunately no Triceratops, which means this mod, despite the villager, is going to go into F. Alright, unfortunately, Minecraft Eons did not work, so we will be moving on to AlternaCraft. Now, if we go into the menu here and type in Triceratops, unfortunately, there is no Triceratops, meaning we are going to have to put this into F tier. Okay, so the next mod that we'll be looking at is called Fossils and Archaeology Revival. Now, if we type into here Triceratops, as you can see, there is a Triceratops spawn egg, along with a bunch of different Triceratops items. So let's spawn it in. As you can see, it is quite well textured. And now, as I will show because it just did it, however, I don't think it's going to do it again, the animations are very good on this, as it just ate a piece of grass. Oh, as you can see here. So this is a very, very good design, and I very much like it. Okay, so we have made our ruler. So let's put it in here. As you can see, it is pretty accurate in length and height. It is almost perfect, meaning that this is a very accurate Triceratops. Additionally, as you can see, there are also different variations, which is going to add to it quite a bit. So overall, I would give this one a S tier, as it is very good all around. And I will be putting the first one into A tier, as I think S tier is perfect for this mod. Okay, so the next mod on the list is called Jurassic Reborn. Now, typing into the menu here, you can see there is a lot of different Triceratops based items and blocks. As you can see here, there is also a Triceratops spawn egg. Placing it down, you can see there are two different types of Triceratops, both of which having pretty good animation. Additionally, there are also baby variants. As you can see, there are actually a few different variants here. Okay, so having the rule here, we're going to place one down. Okay, so as you can see, it's roughly around the same length. And having a look at this one here, it is pretty much the same height, which means that this one is also very accurate. Now, due to the fact that it has a lot of items, in fact, more than the last one, I'm going to put this at the highest tier possible. I'm going to put this at the top of S, because this is the absolute golden standard of mods with Triceratops. Okay, so the next mod on our list is called Pelagic Prehistory. Now, unfortunately, if we do type in Triceratops, there is not one. So this is going to have to go down into F tier. Okay, so the next mod on the list is called Dragon's Deadly Dinos. Now, looking in this menu, if we type in Triceratops, unfortunately, there is no Triceratops, meaning that this mod is also going to have to go into F tier. Okay, so the next mod on the list is called Prehistoric World. Now, if we type in here, unfortunately, there is no Triceratops, meaning that this mod is going to have to go into F tier. Okay, so the next one on our list is called ShineaL's Prehistoric Expansion. Hopefully I did get that name right, I'm not too sure. But if we go into the menu here and type in Triceratops, unfortunately there is no Triceratops. So this one is going to have to go into F tier. Alright, so the next one on the tier list is Alex's Caves. Now this one I actually didn't expect to have a Triceratops. However, if we go into the menu here and we go to the Primordial Caves, as you can see, there is an alternative to the Triceratops. So it is out of F tier. Placing it down, we can see it is very nicely textured, as is with most of Alex's Cave stuff, and it's pretty nicely animated. So as you can see here, there are actually a few different blocks and items to do with the Triceratops in this mod. Okay, so placing down our ruler, we can now place down the Triceratops, and as we can see, it is a bit smaller than the regular one. However, it is roughly the same size, so I will give it that. However, it is just a bit inaccurate, so that will deduct some points. Overall, I am going to give this mod a B rank, as it is pretty good, although it is lacking in some Triceratops parts. Okay, so the last mod on our list is called the Dawn Era. Now looking into the menu here, there is a Triceratops and a lot of different items. Now these items are key for this mod pack. Now spawning it in, it looks very good. The animations look very nice too. Now, if we place a saddle onto the Triceratops, we can use it to ride it, which is very cool. However, it is a little bit slow. It can attack and it can roar. As you can see, it has a stamina bar, it has a health bar, and it has a hunger bar, which is very interactive, and I very much like it. Another cool little thing is you can use armor on it, which means that it'll have more health, I'm imagining, or at least it will take less damage. Another cool little thing is that it acts like a ravager in the way that it destroys all the leaves. And coincidentally, it also takes down full trees, which is very cool. So overall, if you're looking for a Triceratops mod that you can ride the Triceratops, then this is absolutely for you, because it has a lot of different interactivity. So overall, I'm going to give this one an A. So there you have it. That's my full list of all the dinosaur mods in Minecraft, purely based on these little guys right here. If you want to see more like this, like and subscribe, and maybe I'll do another one of these. If I do, put in the comments below what you'd like to see next, and I will probably do it. With all that being said, I'll see you next time.